Hello friends, it's Amber and thank you so much for joining me in today's video. So I've been wanting to film a video, but I've completely lost my voice. It happens to me several times a year because of my allergies. It's coming back now, and instead of waiting, I just wanted to go ahead and film a video. I really miss you guys. I miss creating videos, and I just hope that you can deal with my raspy voice. So let's get into this project. I'm so excited to be crafting with you, and I'm going to do a full tutorial here, but it's going to be a little bit different because I want to use up an entire paper collection. I love these kind of videos when people are super creative in trying to use up one of these paper collections. So these are like those collection kits that come with paper and stickers, and I think they are probably my favorite way to purchase scrapbook paper because they're usually double-sided. They come with a bunch of cute cut aparts. So this one is new this year and it is by Simple Stories. It's called Wildflower and it is absolutely beautiful. Sorry for the glare. I'm using like a combination of natural light and some studio light, but I think this one's so pretty. And my plan and goal for this video is to use up the entire collection. So in here you get 12 sheets of double-sided designer cardstock, cut apart elements, which is included in those 12 sheets, and a sticker sheet with 92 stickers. So here's the sticker sheet. So let me go ahead and take everything out and we'll see what we're working with. So I took it out of the packaging and here's what we have. So I'll take you through the paper quickly to show you both sides, and it's nice and sturdy and I love the vintage feel of this. It has like some distressing around the edges and it's absolutely beautiful. So here's a quick peek of the paper. What I want to do is make a pocket album. I want to make it so cute and use all the beautiful paper. You can see both sides of it. Let me show you a little example of what I want to make, but this one's a little different. So while I was not feeling well, I made this cute album like kind of off camera, and I used a Maggie Holmes collection, and it is so easy. See how it's got a nice spine there and a nice binding. So I'll show you how to make this. This is super cute. It's got top loading pockets, but all the pages inside have a pocket here and top loading. And then you can just put so many goodies in all the pockets. So here's a page here again with a pocket up here and then on both sides. This paper was super pretty. This is the Marigold paper by Maggie Holmes. And then this one doesn't have a pocket, but it's the back cover. It does have a top loading pocket though. So I want to make this, but in like a bigger version. So we're going to make this album style, but I want to put more pages in here for photo mats. So it's going to be just a little different, and there'll be more pages and we can shove all the goodies in the pockets. So we're just going to make one big, beautiful album. And you can go and take this tutorial and mass produce these for your craft fair. Use all the paper in your stash. I know a lot of you are trying to use up the paper that you have, so you can buy the new holiday collections coming out. And so why not get out your fall paper, your Christmas paper, and make a bunch of these cute albums. Fill the pockets with all kinds of fun stuff. So let's go ahead and use this beautiful Wildflower collection, make a version of this cute pocket journal or album or whatever you want to call it. And it's super easy and you're gonna love it. Let's get started. So I hope that you're gonna craft along with me because I'm gonna take you through every step. We're gonna cut the paper together and everything. So the first thing we need to do is choose 7 of these sheets to be our pages. So not the cut apart sheets, because these need to be kind of the pattern sheets for our pages, and we're going to need 7 12 by 12 sheets for that. These are going to be our pages. So the only thing at this point before we start cutting is pick up your front cover and your back cover. So on this album, I use this like green floral, but I did decorate it so you can hardly see it. And then I use this like stripe one for the back. So go ahead and choose the 2 that you want for your cover. So I think I'm probably going to use this as my cover because I love this vintage yellow color. And what I'll do is I will just decorate it, and then it'll be really, really cute with this like in the backdrop. So I'm going to choose this as my cover, and I don't mind losing this moth side. I'll use this as my back cover, and this is a super cute like vintage striped kind of sheet. So I don't mind using that as the back cover. So I'm going to choose those 2, put them aside. Then we're going to choose 3 that have a pocket. And I want to make sure I pick my favorites for those because you're going to see both sides of the paper. So I chose all the floral ones. I love these 3 for the pocket pages. And there's the backs of those. And then we need 2 more for just solid pages. So these, again, you're not going to really see the other side. But I chose those. So I'll probably do it like this. Okay, so now that we have 4 sheets that are going to be pretty solid, and then 3 that are pockets, let's go ahead and start the cutting. Okay, so for these 4 sheets, we're going to cut these down to 12 by 7. So let me grab this one. So when you cut these down to 12 by 7, you want to make sure that the top is on the right and the bottom is on the left. So we're going to leave it at a full 12 inches from left to right, but we're going to cut this down to 7 inches. So now we have a sheet that measures 12 by 7. So set that aside, and then you're going to save, obviously, you're going to save your scraps. Okay, so now I have this one. I'm going to put the top on the right, the bottom at the left, and I'm going to cut this down to 7 inches because it's already 12 across. So there's our next one. And do the same thing for the last 2. Okay, so we got our 4 sheets done that measure 12 by 7. You stick those aside and then pull in your 3 that you chose for your pocket pages. So for these, we're going to cut these down to 12 inches by 10 instead of 7. So still, you're going to have the top at the right and the bottom at the left, and you're going to just cut these down to 10 inches. So now we have 12 inches by 10 inches. And you're going to do that for all 3. Okay, so we have all 3 of those cut now down to 12 inches by 10 inches. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of scoring now. And we're going to take the 7 by 12 sheets first. So I'm going to stick this in my scoreboard on the 12-inch side. So this is 12 inches across and 7 up and down. So just so you know, the top is at the top, the bottom is at the bottom. It's in here, the right side up. And we're just going to score this right down the middle at 6 inches. So remember to press lightly because you don't want to rip the paper. But basically what we're doing is we're turning this into just a nice crisp fold to fold in half, just like this. It's actually going to be folded on the score line, and the opening is over here because on this album, I designed it to where the opening is on the left and all the folds are on the right, so they have nice finished edges on the right side where you see them. So all those are nice folded finished edges, and the opening is over here. So because this is going to be my cover, I like this big flower here and this cute little one coming up here. So this is actually how it's going to be put onto the album, just like this. So when you're scoring your pages, just know that the opening is on the left, and just make sure that you're happy with this, and then when you turn with this. But with these pages, they're all pretty much gonna work out because of the patterns. So I just wanted to give you that little tip. So there's our first one. So here's our second one. I'm gonna score down at 6 inches. And I'm gonna decide which page I want to show. So I think I definitely like this mustard yellow side. So it's gonna be put in the album just like this. And then we've got this one, again, score at 6 inches. And I definitely want this cute stripe side, and this is actually my back cover. It's gonna look super cute. And then we have this one. So I'm going to score this one down at 6 inches again. And I think I want the beautiful blue side to show. Now we have those 4 pages all cut and scored, and we can move on to our pocket pages now. Okay, so for the pocket pages, these are 12 inches across by 10 inches up and down. And I'm gonna decide which one looks more like the top. I think it looked better this way. So what we're gonna do is, again, you're gonna score down the middle at 6 inches. And once you do that 6-inch score, you're just going to turn this so the bottom is at the left. So this is the bottom and we're at the left, and now we've got the 10 inches up here. So now you're gonna go and score in at 3 inches. So let me show you how that folds up. We have our 6-inch fold. And then we have our 3-inch fold right here. And that's what makes the beautiful little pocket right there. And then we've still got our fold on the right and our opening on the left. So we'll do another one. I'm going to score, I've got it on the 12-inch side. So I'm going to score down the middle at 6 inches. And then turn it to where the bottom is at the left. Score at 3 inches. And then here's that side. So I'm going to fold it where the floral side is showing, right in half, then unfold it and fold that 3 inches up. And then when you close it, you've got your opening on the left and your fold on the right. Just make sure when you are pressing this fold down that it doesn't crack the paper. Just be pretty gentle with it. Now that we have all of our pages folded and scored and cut down and everything, I'm just going to stick those aside for a second. And normally on one of these paper collections, you would have more of the pattern cardstock to choose from, because we need to cut a page down to 7 by 12. But I really don't want to cut into any of these cut apart sheets. Simple Stories does a lot more cut apart sheets than like other, like Echo Park and things like that. So you can use this for any paper collection, and if you want, go ahead and cut into one of these. So I have a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper right here. This is from a Maggie Holmes collection. So I'm just gonna use this one. We are gonna leave this intact at 12 inches, and I'm gonna cut this down to 7 inches. This is gonna be how we're gonna bind the album. It's gonna be a little hinge situation. So I'm just gonna stick that cardstock in on the 12-inch side, and this part is super easy. You're just gonna score at every 1 inch. So 1, 2, 3, and you kind of get the idea, every 1 inch. So the last one is going to be 11. So this is the way you're going to fold this up. you take the first fold and fold it in like this. Then the second fold is right there at the edge, so you're going to fold that back. Of course, the next one in, and so it's just like an accordion situation. And the next one back. And then in and back. So this is really easy. Just keep folding until you're at the end. So now you have this accordion fold. And this is how to not get confused when you do your binding. So you've got all these peaks, right? You've got all these mountains. The two ones on the end, as you can see, don't have their little partner to make it into a mountain. They're just on their own here at the end. So what you're gonna do is turn this over. So turn it this way so it's closer to you. Here's our little flap. It doesn't have a friend, but then these ones do have a friend. See, they go together like this. These go together like that. And so I'm gonna take it on that first score line right there and add adhesive. Okay, so then that closes, and I'm gonna take that next fold and add adhesive. Okay, then that goes like this, and I'm gonna take my next fold and add adhesive. Then we close that up, and again, and then we close that, and then this one. Because when you close that, then you're back to this little guy that's all alone. So now we have adhesive on all the right walls of the valley. So here's the valley, adhesive is on the right wall. Adhesive, 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 adhesive. Okay, so now all you have to do is release it. So now you have all these sticky right walls of the valley, and you're just gonna close them up. Just grab it and close them all up. Just like this. So now you just have these two flaps that didn't get any adhesive on them, and you have all these hinges. Now that we're going to add here our paper to. So if you close it up like this, like a book, now you have all these hinges to add paper. So we have all together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hinges. We're going to adhere these onto our hinges, and it's going to be super easy, and I'll show you what we're going to do to make it super easy. First of all, let's put these in order that we want them. So this is my cover, and then I want a pocket page next. So I don't really want another yellow one right now, so I think I'll do the pink pocket page. Then I want another solid page, so we'll do blue. That's my back cover. Okay, so then another pocket page. And another solid page, another pocket page, and then my back cover. All the folds are on the right, which are going to be showing, and all the openings are on the left. And that. Okay, so here's my first flap. I'm just going to open it like this, and I'm going to put glue just about halfway up. Just a thin bead. And then just thinly fill that in. So then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on this side. Go about halfway. I just went about halfway to about there and filled that all in with glue. So then you're going to take your cover and see how this is. Here's that first flap. And you're going to sandwich that flap between the cover. We're leaving a little less than half of the flap without paper on it, because that's what's going to allow us to add pictures to this and fill the pockets. And it'll give us some room to fill this up instead of it being so bulky. So then I'm going to check out the back and just make sure that's pressed down. And make sure it's all even. And that wet glue allows you to do that. So now, here it is. So this is our first flap. Remember the book? So we've got our first page on there. And then we've got all the rest of our flaps here to add the paper. And the good thing is now we have this page on here and we can use it as a guide when we put the rest of our pages on. Okay, so let's go to that next page. And again, I'm gonna eyeball this to the middle. I'm just gonna add my glue because it's gonna seep just a little bit beyond that middle point. So that's why I like to do the middle and then just lightly fill that in with glue. And then carefully turn it to the back. Do it again, go to the middle and lightly fill that in. Okay, so let me get these other pages out of my way. So this one is the only one sticking out. I'm going to take my pocket page here and I'm going to sandwich the flap between it. Close that front cover so I can see how far I need to pull this out. See how that wet glue is very, very forgiving. And then I can make sure these pages are even and lined up with that cover. So now, here we go. Here's our first two pages. Got this, we've got that, and then we've got all these hinges left. All of my pages attached to the binding. It was super easy. And so this looks not finished at all, but we're gonna fix that in a minute. But let me just show you a quick little flip through. So I'm still gonna go in and glue all these pockets down, do a little notch here and here. But I just wanna kind of show you how it looks so far. This is super, super cute and so much fun with all the pockets. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far, but I want to do a cute little spine piece right here. See how that looks nice and finished? So all you're going to need for that is to grab one of your scraps. You're going to cut this down to 2 3/8 by 7. So let's do the 7 inches first. So we're going to do 7 by 2 3/8. So 2 1/4 wasn't quite big enough. And then 2 1/2 was a little too big. So I'm going to do 2 3/8. Then we're going to score it. And it's super easy the way I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to put it in your scoreboard. And you're going to score in at 1 inch. And then just turn it all the way around like this. And score in at 1 inch again. And that perfectly leaves the little 3/8 of an inch gusset there in the middle, if you can see it. So I'll fold on those score lines. So it's just 1 inch on each side. And it makes a cute little spine piece. See? So essentially, when we're all done fixing our pockets and everything, I'm going to adhere this just like that. So it's a nice finished album. See how cute? So I'm just going to put my spine piece aside for now. So for the pockets, for the solid pages, I'm not going to cut a little notch because I just want them to be solid for pictures. But I am going to glue the bottoms down. And then on these ones, I like to take my scallop punch here and just go a little ways down, only through the top layer. Just like that. So that way you can see that back page right through it. Do you see that? So there's how that looks, and then I'll probably leave some of these just solid like this. But I'm gonna go through here and I'm going to adhere these little pockets down. So a very, very, very thin bead of wet glue just here on the very edge, just like this. And then for the bottom, these are pockets also. I'm just gonna take that glue and run a thin bead on the bottom to close up that bottom pocket. On my pockets, it's looking really cute, and I punched my notch on the top there. So all those are done, and I'm gonna go ahead and adhere my spine now, and then we'll decorate the cover. Cover this entire thing with wet glue. And I'm gonna make sure it gets all to the edges. I'm doing a very thin bead here, but just to make sure it gets all the way to the edges, I'm not gonna press glue out, but I'm just gonna use like that broad brush side and just make sure it's spread all the way to the edges, but not giving it more glue because I don't want it to warp. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to make sure that that's lined up with the bottom, and it should be exactly 7 inches. And then I'm just going to gently press it on there. I love those colors together. And then I'm going to decorate the cover. It's going to look so pretty. But there's the front and there's the back. Oh, I love how vintage this looks. Oh my gosh, I love how this turned out. So let's go ahead and work on decorating this cover. Okay, so here's my completed cover. I think it turned out super cute. I just used a lot of the elements from the collection and some scraps of the paper that I had left. So what I did off camera is I kind of cut everything up. So I took all the cut apart sheets and I cut them up. So as you can see, here's all the 3x4 cut aparts. This one here. And I bagged up in little clear bags all the little pieces. So now I want to go through and decorate this and stuff the pockets and maybe clip some cute things on here. Okay, so I'm all finished with the album. I've stuffed all the pockets and decorated it. So I wanted to share this final flip through with you. So let me first show you what I have left. I have these few little scraps left, and I'll definitely be saving these. These are the two biggest pieces that I have left. So I didn't use those, but I could easily make some little cutouts with my punches or photo mats with these and stick them in the pockets. So I just wanted to show you that's all we have left. And then of course I do have a couple stickers left, but this is it. So let me show you the final flip through on this album. It turned out super cute. So here's the front cover that you already saw, and then here's the back, and then here's like a top view. It looks super cute. I might go through and add some like seam binding to these paper clips, but let's go ahead and flip through this. I love all the pockets in here, and so this is something you can do with any scrapbook paper you have. I just clipped this cute inspired journal card on here and put a bunch of stuff in the pockets, and then also up here in this pocket. And I added a sticker there. With these stickers, I always add extra adhesive so they stay permanent. And then over here, I put a bunch of the little pieces from the collection. I won't pull everything out. But over here, I clipped another one of these 4x4 cards, and I put a big sticker from the sticker sheet right here. So this is like a nice area for a photo. And then in this pocket up here, I put this clear bag full of a bunch of the cut-aparts for the collection. So then this is another big area that's great for a picture. I just added a little sticker up there, and lots of goodies are in here. That's a nice journaling spot. Thank you, by the way, for hanging in there with me with my scratchy voice. I've been drinking so much tea with honey, and it's really helping. Okay, so here is some stickers, and so I figured I could just cut those up and then somebody could use them as they go along. There's a bunch of these little word stickers, and then another card up there. Over here, again, more stickers and some journaling cards, more word stickers. I love this journal card right here, so I just clipped it on there with a sticker there. And then in this pocket, a bunch of the tags and the little 2x2, I think, cut aparts. Yeah, those are super cute. Nice area for a photo, and then more of these cute journaling spots or photo mats, whatever you want to use them for. And then here's the back page. I just added a sticker there, more journaling cards, and then of course two cute ones here clipped to the back cover. There is my cute pocket journal or pocket album. I used almost that entire collection. This is such a beautiful gift for somebody, especially if you want to fill it up with photos, or if it's for a crafty friend, you could fill it up with more crafty goodies. So I love how this turned out. And by the way, my paper clips are from Dollar Tree. I used 2 packs, and I just emptied them out into this container. So that is my completed album. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will join me in my next videos coming up. I'm super excited to share them with you. Thanks again, everybody. I hope you give this a try, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.